Who's your favorite player?
Very, very. Okay. Oh, there's one guy I want you to look up to as well. Look up Russian Kenny.
Russian
Kenny
King.
Rutman for real. Yeah, it's weird. This guy has like 3 different names. He has like videos for it. I don't know if he's really hustling like that, but he beat Shane in a spot shot challenge. It's a very old video, and Shane had to pay the guy. And he was like, "I just beat Shane Van Boning at a spot shot challenge."
Huh.
It was just like make the spot, big long tails, like make the spot perfectly every time. Make it like 8 times or something.
So Russian
His
King.
name is Russian Kenny.
All right, I'll
He
look
is
him.
a younger guy.
Mm.
He's pretty good too. Who is my favorite player? Either, like I said, back when it comes to old players, probably Jimmy Mattia. When it comes even older than that, like Irving Crane.
Oh, that's way back. Yeah. Yeah, now you're going way back. Who's your favorite?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite current player?
Man,
There's a lot of them.
Billy Thorpe's really good.
Really, yeah, he's a good guy too.
Man,
Billy
that's
bought
really
me a
hard to
drink.
pick, man. There's so many great players right now.
There's a lot.
James Durant is great, and Shane's great. You know what I mean? Billy Thorpe's awesome. Skylar Woodward, he's like the greatest bar table player of all time.
He's a good guy too.
Skylar's not too much older than me, I don't think.
Yeah, I watched him come up. He just got good real fast. There was like every day was a progression. He kept getting better every single time he picked up a cue. And I don't know. I don't know if somebody was helping him to get everything right in the beginning, get the basics right, or he just did it all himself.
We have a lot more than one pocket players over here, like.
Yeah, we got to share it in.
Older guys, and they really love that one pocket stuff, man.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of one pocket either because it's just too slow, and most people who play it are slower players, and I just don't want to sit around and watch somebody. It's just doesn't. There's no entertainment value in it. I mean, there's a lot of money in it if you're good at it.
It's fun to make 8, shots here wins, but it's like it takes a million years to end one pocket game. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I just don't have the patience. I want to run racks out, and that just doesn't go hand in hand with one pocket. It's just boring to me. But I've played a little bit of it, and I'm okay at it. But I have to be in the right frame of mind to play it, and I'm not always in that frame of mind.
How much in where you need to actually be. They just kind of, once people start to get in a certain rhythm, sometimes they're just like, okay, bam, 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 just run around the thing as best you can.
There's a lot to learn, and not just learn, but make habits. So you don't have to think about them every time you're doing. But yeah, backing up from the table 3 or 4 feet to really look at the line and to make sure you're getting down on the right line. That's a big one. That's a huge issue. Staying down, like you said, putting weight on that bridge hand to help you stay down is also a great habit. Keeping your eyes level with the table, parallel with the table, because a lot of people are stroking with their heads cocked to the side or this side right here, and you can't aim right unless both eyes are level with the table. That's a bad habit I see in a lot of players.
The feet stance is one too. Like if it's too stretched out or it's too close, every shot's different for where you're trying to make the cue ball go. People don't know you have to, but it's all feel. There's nothing really that's correct. It's all about feel. If you can, it's more about the feel. And if you feel that you can make the cue ball do that, then that's all feel. I used to think there was some certain standard to it. Really, it's not. You know what I mean? I talked to Max Everly about that. You know Max Everly?
Yeah,
I talked to Max Everly about a couple of things, and he's helped me on a couple of things with my pool game as well. I think he did stay around Vegas.
Yeah, well, last I heard, he was in California, but he gets around.
Yeah.
He moves around a little bit. Max is a good guy. I used to be on his mailing list.
Dude,
And
I felt lucky to even talk to him because his site says you have to pay money to even get a lesson or get even, you know what I mean? I felt lucky just because I shouted out to him on a bunch of YouTube videos, and I needed a couple. I just needed a really question, and he helped me out on a couple things. We have the scoreboard thing right up here, like the old school.
Yeah, those are cool. I remember those. You don't see them anymore.
Bulldogs for like $20.
Yeah,
I think.
that's
Pretty cool, man.
that's really cool.
The old, because sometimes, man, it's better than having like quarters and coins and stuff to keep up with the game.
Yeah, I agree.
I got this little pocket marker thing too as well for when I'm playing certain games. This is a really helpful little thing right here. It's like a half a ball. It's like a half a 9 ball. You just like if you're playing 8 ball or if you're striped, I'll put it on the table.
Yeah, that's
Or
cool.
if I'm put it on the table so I know I'm striped or something. You know?
Gotcha.
Or if you go in certain APAs, like you ever played in the league, anything like that?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't. I didn't like my team actually. Somebody put together a team of just. They just wanted me on their team because they needed a good player, and so I did. And then I didn't like sitting around watching other people play. Um, and the people I was with were drunks, and there were three girls on the team, and they'd be off flirting with some guys, and you'd have to go track. It was just a pain in the. I felt like I was babysitting, and I'm a serious player, and I couldn't deal with all the dumb shit. So I did it for one season, and then they were asking me to play bad, so my handicap would drop, and I'm just not the type. Unless I'm, well, back in the old days, I would dump off games and try to get the action right, but I reached an age where I couldn't do that. I was going to play my best game so they got mad at me because I wasn't dumping off, and it just got
Because you dump to stay in the rank, to stay hustling the news. Basically, it's weird how that works because yeah, you're right. You have to dump to stay in a certain rank in APA, and then they'll stick you with these players that you can basically sit here and
right.
maneuver all over, and it's stupid. You're right.
Now they wanted to
My
go
cousin
to Vegas.
a couple years ago, he won. Like he won so much that he got to Vegas. He got like a free overnight hotel and a free ticket or a free flight to Vegas and stuff. When he got there, them people over there ain't playing no games. So he didn't last very long at all over there.
Yeah.
Like he might be he's like a 7 in the APA, which is like the highest you can get. But when he got over there, he was like, dude, I can hold the ball games there. This dehumidifier right here, down here, because man, dude, when it starts raining, oh yeah, dude, when it starts raining, it's a whole other story, man. Like it makes the table plays way different, but it protects the table in the way and it's lost a little bit.
The things get sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've played a lot of pool down in that area. You're almost like in the Bayou there.
Basically, yeah.
It gets humid there and sticky, and the balls roll funny. You really have to get used to it. So a lot of guys have gone down there and lost their asses because they weren't used to that humidity you guys got down there. And the balls, they just get heavier or something.
Yeah, sometimes the draws will come up short, the follows are too long. But yeah, we were talking about grips and Steinways over in New York.
That's right. Yeah. I've been to both of those places, but when I was in New York, I didn't have time to hang around. I met the guy that owns the place and a couple pros, and just walked in and said, "Hey guys," just shook some hands and nice to meet you, and I got to go. So I had to go. I didn't have a whole lot of time. Griff's just opened up when I was there. I was there for other reasons. I was there on business, and everybody started talking about Griff's. They just opened, and that's a real pool room owned by real pool players, so they know what they're doing. And it's now it's famous. It's a place to be in America. If you're here for action, it's all at Griff's.
Yeah, man.
A lot of good players hang out there. A lot of gambling.
Yeah, I've always seen a bunch of videos. I've never been there, man. But I've seen it on a bunch of videos, man. It looks beautiful, man. It looks beautiful.
You would like it there. And it's still laid back, even with all this action going on. Still a lot of girls there. It's still a cool place to be, even if you're not a pool player. Before that, it was all about hard times. There was a lot of action in hard times. There's a lot of action in Ohio. A lot of good players, really good players, great players that are road players that actually live in Ohio. They're not top level pros, but they're really good, amateur.
Yeah.
Ohio, parts of Texas, Houston. You're not too far away from Houston. You should get there sometime. Big pool city. Florida used to be the place to be. Back in the '90s, all the pros were living in Florida, and they had a pro tour just going around through all the cities in Florida. And there was a lot of action back then. I don't think there is much anymore. What else? New York has never been good for a pool player. New York City, believe it or not, unless you're there to play for 30,000 and you're looking for top shelf, you're not going to be able to nickel and dime in New York and do anything. I think what matters most in a cue and the tip and your grip and the whole thing is if you're confident with it. Because when you're confident with it and you don't have to worry about it, you play better. If you're worried about your tip, or you're worried about your cue, or you're worried about anything, you just have to be confident. You have to feel like you can count on it, because if you can't, you're going to play bad. And if you can, you're going to play good. And that's what matters most. I don't care if it's a Sears cue.
You could be shooting with a broomstick. Right.
If you're confident with it and you feel like it's going to do the job, then you're going to play good with it. And that's all that matters. Keep that stick. There you go. That was a good break, but now you're drawing it back instead of following it.
Yeah, every time, man, I accidentally keep putting.
You're either putting top or bottom. I think your aim is good. It's just you're putting a little too much top or a little too much bottom.
Damn, man.
You'll get it.
Gotta keep on keeping on.
You'll get it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate all this.
You'll see
it's
it.
All just like this motherfucker, man. Goddamn.
If the cue ball was in the center of the table right there, right in front of that 5 ball, you'd be out right here. And then when you start running racks from the break, it just gets a lot more fun, man. There's no stress, and you can breathe, and you're not all tight, and you're just out there running rack after rack after rack. And it gets a whole lot more fun. And then you start winning tournaments, so you get a whole lot more money. And, I mean, what more could you ask for? More money. There's not enough money.
Man, I have cue ball positioning down pretty well, but it's just a break, man. Anybody can have all this and that, but if you can't break, and you got an opponent, you know what I mean, who's got it all dialed down, then he's lost.
Yep. Yeah, it's a 9 ball particularly is there's so much, and this is why people don't play it, because Once you get to that level where you can run racks, it just the whole thing becomes about the break, and whoever wins the lag and breaks and can make a ball is going to win that game. And if it's winner breaks, he's going to win. And you're going to be sitting in your chair just watching him, and you
Yeah,
know that's no fun.
yeah, man. Nothing you can do unless you have it down, man.
So you want to be that guy making the other guy sit in his chair and watch you. That's what you want. It's either him or you. The law of the jungle.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, man. It's gonna be funny, man. Man, watch me hang up the phone and sometime tonight, you know what I mean? Like, I eventually start getting closer and closer and closer. And like I said, it's not going to happen in one day, man. It's not going to happen in one day. It's just going to take some time.
Yep.
Because you have to really find that sweet spot, that perfect little spot, man. It's just
And
right
then
there.
repeat it over
This
and over.
speed, this stroke, this just like that, over and over. You know what I mean? And
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, it's like crazy, man. Going back to the basics, man. Going back to the basics. It never hurts. It never hurts at all to go back to the basics.
No, all the pros do it all the time. When something's wrong with their game, they always go back to the base. You're going to do this for the rest of your life. As you get used to it, because that's what you're going to be doing. When something,
The evolution of pool keeps growing and different tricks and all kind of different little things, and
yeah.
you know what I mean. And
Yep, you just got to roll with it, man.
yeah, the pros, man, they have secrets to everything. That's why they make it look extremely simple. There's a secret behind every single thing they're doing. You know what I mean? This amount of pressure, this arm, just like this,
Yeah,
where on the backhand of the cue, where on everything. You know
there's
what I
a
mean?
lot
It's
to
crazy,
it, and
man.
they just master bringing it all together in one package. Some guys do this good, some guys do this good, but the pros, they do everything good. And
I've always had a crap 9 ball positioning. You know what?
the crap 9 ball, what?
Crap 9 ball break. You know
Oh,
what I mean? I always had that.
well, yeah,
Anybody can just slam around 8 ball. You know what I mean?
it's all about control. I think it's easier to control the cut break. I really do. In fact, I think it's a
How
lot.
do you do this? How do you do this? How do you do the cut break? Like what
It, it's
is?
it's the same concept, but you're hitting it softer. Number one, and
Okay.
you're hitting it a little bit on your aim. When you're aiming to the 1 ball, you're hitting it purposely. You're hitting it a little bit to the right of the aim 1 ball, and you're drawing it. You're drawing it back so it's going. It's a stun shot that's stunning to the side route, off the rack to the side before, or in your case after the side pocket. It's hitting that side route and then just rolling back like you just draw a shot. You're shooting it like
Oh,
a shot. So if you can view the 1 ball just like a shot that you're drawing and you're drawing back to that side route.
just don't do it that hard. Make sure you're stunning instead of draw.
Right, but because people started nailing this over and over and over again and running out, they made it a little bit harder where you have to pull 3 balls over the headstring. 3 balls have to come back over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 3 balls have to cross that line where you break from. Otherwise, it's not a legal break. Your opponent doesn't get ball in hand, but he gets to shoot from where you leave the cue ball. No
Where
matter.
it lies.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I might start trying out that break, man. It's a little bit softer, a little bit more control. Then maybe I might have a better bet of keeping control of what I'm doing than just smashing,
It's
trying to do the chain break. You know what I mean?
it's all about control. Yeah. And on the break, you're controlling the cue ball, the 1 ball, and at least one of those wing balls. You're always trying to shoot that wing ball into the corner pocket because without that, you don't have a shot. You got to sit down, and your opponent. If you don't make a ball, you're sitting down. So you can't just hope for luck for balls bouncing around the table and going in the pocket. You have to make that wing ball.
I'm gonna try that right now, man.
Okay. Here's what Jake is trying to do. If you guys haven't watched my video on the break, this is a cut break, and he's hitting the one ball just a little bit, just a hair to right of center on his view, and he's drawing the cue ball back and using the natural angle off that right hand side rail to come back for center of table. That's the cue ball. Now let's take a look at what you're trying to do with the 3-ball. Now this break, or any 9-ball break, is pretty much useless if you don't make a ball. So you're consistently trying to make that wing ball, the same wing ball on the side of the table that you're breaking from. In this case, the 3, to go straight into that corner. Now if you're breaking on the left side of the table, it would be the other wing ball on the left side of the rack, which would be the 5-ball. So that's about all there is to it, and that guarantees you another shot, and to continue with the run out as long as you don't scratch. Now here's a topic that's been debated a billion times. You are not trying to make that one ball inside as many people think you are. This happens, and it happens often because players hit that one ball a little too full and not on the right hand side. The problem with making that one ball in the side is we don't know where that 2-ball's going. We can have an idea of where it's going, but because it's in the back of the rack, chances are real good that it's going to get bounced off other balls, and you're not going to have a decent shot on it. You want a decent shot on that first ball, and the only one you can control 100% is that 1 ball. So you're coming up short of that side pocket and bouncing off at the same angle down toward the right hand corner pocket. So you should have something like this after the break. And there it is. And now if you're a run out player, you're out. And if it's winter breaks, you're going to be out again and again and again. And this is what was happening with players who mastered this break, particularly Corey Dill. And when Corey started using this softer break and just winning every tournament he entered, the fans protested, the fellow players protested, and they made a new rule that 3 balls has to go over the head string, has to come back off the rack, no matter how they get there, and come back below this head string. So this new rule forced players to hit the stack harder, which became harder to control the 1 ball, the cue ball, and not so much the 3 ball, but if you couldn't control the cue ball and the 1 ball, pocketing that 3 ball, not exactly useless. I mean, you have another shot, but you can't guarantee where that 1 ball is going to be anymore. So players are now currently today working on hitting it harder while still achieving the same objective with all 3, the cue ball, the 1 ball, and the wing ball. So real quick, this is what he's trying to do. He's drawing the cue ball off the 1 to that rail and using the natural angle to come back center table. He's pocketing that wing ball straight into the corner pocket, and he's trying to put that 1 in front of the right hand corner pocket by using that rail to bounce off of. The 1 ball will come up short of that side pocket and bounce off that rail in that direction and go up toward the corner pocket. That is your objective. Now, it doesn't always work out perfect. The 1 ball will get kicked by another ball. The cue ball will get kicked by another ball, particularly that 6 ball. Or the 3 ball just doesn't go because you hit it at the wrong speed. So the objective for Jake at this point, and anybody else who's following this video, is to work on this a lot and master all 3 things at one time. Now, don't look at this like a break shot. Look at it as a regular old shot that you're just shooting the one ball, and you're trying to control that cue ball, and you're drawing off that one to that side rail. So you want to hit it a little bit, just a hair to the right hand side of the one ball from your view. If you're breaking from the right side. So you want to hit it a lot softer, and you're just drawing it off that one to that rail. Some guys put a little right hand English too, but I don't do that. Just look at it like a spot shot. You're drawing. There you go. Well, you didn't get 3 balls over the head string, but everything else was great. And a lot of times your opponent won't pick it up and won't recognize it. So you can just kind of.
But that was a lot simpler. Is it right what you said? It was gonna pop off the rail.
You did it perfect. You got a ball in your way, but that's just bad luck. You did that absolutely perfect. And you can see how much easier that is to control.
Way easier. Way 10 times easier.
And it's all about.
I like it. That one felt smoother. You can kind of feel the contact of the shot.
Yeah.
And not only that, you feel where the cue ball went. You can shoot it like a shot.
Yeah,
just feel where the cue ball went.
Just shoot it like any other shot.
Josh Filler, man, he can do this great. Perfect down here.
That's one of the reasons he's so good. He can do it and run out and run out and run out and run out.
I kind of shortened my bridge on that bit.
Well, whatever works. There's another good one, but you didn't draw it enough. But you still have a shot.
You didn't stroke it enough, really.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, you can still get out there. You're going to struggle a little bit. You want the balls to open up a little bit. Corey Dole breaks them to where they stay cluttered up, and he still gets out. But hit that a little bit harder, and you'll be fine. Just a hair harder, not much harder. Follow through a little bit more on the cue ball, just like you're drawing. A little too much, but you're still okay. You're still out from there. Jake, I'm gonna have to. I could do this forever, but I need to get going. I got women waiting for me.
I'll get as well. Actually, my phone's at about 10% anyway. My headphones are dying.
I enjoyed that. That was fun. I will
get. Yeah, man.
Back.
I'm gonna keep on practicing on all the breaks, and I'm gonna keep on doing that, man. I really appreciate.
I think that
time,
one.
Brother.
That cut break is your best bet if you really want to stay in control and improve your game. I think that's going to do a world of good for your confidence, for your game, and it's just going to keep getting better. You're going to be a champion if you stick with it. You're going to be a champion pool player. I know it. And that's all I got to say, Jake. Thank you for the video. I'm going to try to get this out tomorrow night.